Dear Mr. Rogan, loving your work. The world is changing in front of us. Now, you're a bloke, yeah? Smart bloke asking questions. That's your job, and you're doing it brilliantly. Now, you did an interview with Terence and Eric Weinstein. And Eric was really impressed with the mathematical model that had built Saturn. And so clearly Saturn exists as an observable entity. So the fact that Terence Howard has created it mathematically says that Saturn is a dimensional entity, understandable mathematically. Now, you started with a seed, so it was skipped over. You said if you put a wobble at the center, you get this model. Now, this is my challenge to you. I can answer the question about what that wobble is. I can show you what it is, but you have to accept that the Earth might be the center of the universe. You can accept it might be. I'll then prove to you that it is. And then I'll introduce two documents from a physicist called Dr. Victor Levy, 1906, Dr. Victor Levy, physics, 1915, Dr. Engineering and Dr. Physics, 1915. Those two documents prove that science already knows that the Earth is the center of the universe. And so this is disclosure, because from this knowledge, you go to God exists, that the words of Christ are true, and you understand the meaning of life. Literally, Mr. Rogan, the meaning of life. And so I'm sure you get lots of begging letters from people saying, oh, please let me come on your show, we can change the world. Yeah, and I'm one of those. But I have something important, which is I'm declassifying physics. You know, because of the conversation you had with Eric Weinstein about deemed exports, and that it's illegal to write down some ideas, and that you know that there was a middle range student doing physics at university whose project was, can he work out atomic secrets? And he fucking did. And so that thesis is redacted from the information that he just worked out. Yeah. So what I'm saying is I've got Dr. Victor Levy now, which is that physics fully exposed, already existing, and I've got all the information to explain it. And it explains the wobble at the center of the model of Saturn. So we've got the esoteric wonders of Terence Howard's work, which is pulling together all of that, Walter Russell's and that world, Burkhard Heim, pulling it all together into a mathematical model of Saturn. And I'll start there as the engineering model of the axis at the center of the universe. And I'll show you that we live on a flat planet. We will live on a flat planet. So there's the challenge. It's crackpot half hour. None of these academics will take on us, people on the outside, the amateur cranks, the crackpots, the retired engineers. And yet we have the answer. You won't hear it. And I can explain why. The Cassandra effect. I know how to break it. So let me know. Let me know. I'm happy to if you just talk about it. Just talk about it, just think about it. Because the moment you think about it, Mr. Rogan, you'll know that we just won. Follow the Rebel King.